The New South Wales Premier and Opposition Leader are battling it out on the campaign trail. You saw a bit of a taste of what's happening. It's all about, though, over who's the best to manage education. Both major parties have made education-related announcements for a second day as students across the state return to the classroom. Let's go live to Gabriella Power in Mount Annan in Sydney's southwest. Gabriella, what are the parties offering today?
Tom, Opposition Leader Chris Minns focusing on education again today here in Western Sydney. He made his policy announcement here at Mount Annan Christian College, and this is in the electorate of Camden, which the Liberals currently hold by a slim margin of 7.3%. So it is a seat that Labor is targeting and hoping to flip at the March election. But Chris Minns unveiled his policy today. $60 million will be going towards building new and improving existing preschools at non-government schools. So 1 in 3 children in New South Wales attend a non-government school. So this policy is really targeting those families. Shadow Education Minister Perrottet was here backing the announcement.
There will be at least 50 non-government schools that will be able to upgrade or build preschools on site for parents in their communities. That will be on top of the 100 public preschools that Labor has committed to build in public government schools, and that will all be done within the first 4 years of a Chris Minns Labor government.
Meanwhile, Dominic Perrottet has been keeping his focus on education in Western Sydney today, announcing that parents will be able to use $150 worth of back-to-school vouchers on school excursions in the first half of the year. Now, this expands on a popular cost of living relief policy where parents have been able to use vouchers to spend money on back-to-school costs. But the Premier hit out at Labor today, especially over its $400 million announcement yesterday for a future education fund. The Premier saying that Labor's costings is off, really, and that this is really going to cost a lot more.
Running the state's finances is not like running a school tuck shop, and that's where Labor's at. Our tutoring program, which we announced yesterday that we would extend, comes at a cost of over $250 million a year.
Labor leader Chris Minns hit back at this, accusing the government of failing when it comes to economics.
I think it's really important that we examine the government's record when it comes to economic management. The first thing is that they've sold off over $90 billion worth of government assets. Those government assets produce dividends and revenue to the government that we no longer have access to or for. In particular, how to build and fund public services in New South Wales. According to the Commonwealth Bank, New South Wales is ranked last when it comes to economic performance.
So, Tom, the major party is really focusing on education the past 2 days as students return to the classroom. But the battle for Western Sydney, well, it's continuing to heat up until the March election.